The IS is Lexus's entry in the highly competitive compact sports sedan market. It competes against cars like the big-selling BMW 3 Series and the high-scoring Infiniti G37. Also like those cars, the IS comes in rear-wheel drive, but you can get all-wheel drive on the sedans. Also like those cars, the IS comes in a four-door sedan or in a hardtop convertible. There's another way the IS sticks to the compact sports sedan playbook. That's interior space. It's rather snug in here. The console takes up quite a bit of room. There's just adequate headroom. Tall people are going to find it tight. And if you get the optional all-wheel drive in the sedan, there's a giant lump on the center tunnel. That takes up a whole lot of legroom. Unfortunately, rear seat room is even tighter than you'd expect in a compact sports sedan. There's very little legroom here. Finally, the trunk is fairly small. Plus, there's no option for a fold-down rear seat. That doesn't mean the interior is all bad. Fit and finish, it's extremely well done. The materials are high quality, everything fits together. Like the rest of the interior, the front seats are also quite plush. They are appealingly soft at first, but they have support underneath. The IS has pretty simple controls. That's unusual for a luxury car. Oftentimes they go for overcomplication, but that's not the case here. One odd thing, the radio controls are split on multiple levels. The IS's base engine is a 2.5-liter V6. Now, it provides decent power, but it's outgunned by a lot of its competitors. You especially feel it when you drive the heavier convertible version. But even though it's a bit down on power, there are other compensations. This is a very smooth powertrain. Also, it gets really impressive fuel economy for a 6-cylinder upscale sedan. Plus, if you want more grunt, you can always buy the Lexus IS 350 with its 3.5-liter. Now that engine has plenty of power. On the track, we found that braking performance was impressive for both the sedan and the convertible. The sedan is also quiet inside, with little noise. What isn't as impressive is the ride. It's stiff and jittery. The IS's handling also falls a bit short of what you'd want from a sports sedan. On the plus side, there's plenty of tire grip. Body lean, it's well controlled, and the steering is well weighted. But the IS's downfall is that its steering feedback is somewhat muted, and that's really important for the sports sedan. It makes all the difference between a car that's just a pleasant cruiser or one that's really fun to drive. And the IS, well, it's just not all that fun to drive. The convertible version adds the enjoyment of driving with the top down. Otherwise, it's much like the sedan. The convertible also has a stiff ride, although there's not as much body shake with the top down as there is in other convertibles. However, the convertible is noisier inside than the sedan. More noise comes in from the pavement, and some wind noise seeps in through the seams of the folding hardtop. The top folds with just one button, once you find the control hidden behind the steering wheel. When the top is folded, it takes up much of the trunk space. That's a common disadvantage for hardtop convertibles. Maybe the biggest downside of the convertible is rear visibility. The sedan, it has typical blind spots, but the convertible, it has a small rear window and large rear head restraints. That makes looking out of the back pretty tough. You can fold down those head restraints, but it doesn't help that much. So the IS does have some room for improvement. The ride is overly stiff, and the handling, well, it falls short of being sporty, but there are some strong attributes here as well. You get really impressive fuel economy. The powertrain is very refined, and the easy-to-use interior, it's very well finished.